Rewind Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Laura.
So what'd you do today, Laura?
I went and got my real ID at DMV.
That's right.
Now, did you have to make an appointment?
Yes, I did. I had to make an appointment. And they had to, I was laughing so hard at myself. They had this little card that you got to fill out.
Mm-hmm.
And I fucked it up like 5 times. And you have to go get it from the security guy at the front door.
You don't do it online?
No, not for the real ID.
But
no.
wait a second. The card
What?
you're filling out is information about yourself, correct?
Yes.
So how do you
And you
fuck
fucked
that up?
that up a couple
Yeah,
times.
I did. I messed up. Like I couldn't fit shit in the box, and then I just messed it all up.
No,
So-
I meant you can't do that online. Like they don't have kiosks there for you to, like when you check in at LabCorp,
Mm-hmm.
you go to the kiosk.
Bro, it's DMV.
Yeah, DMV needs to get on board with that.
How long did it take you to get your appointment?
Oh, what do you mean?
Like, did you book
I
the
did it
appointment
online.
a month ago? Did you book
No,
it
it didn't take me long at all.
like yesterday?
Like last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You could do it in like a week's time frame.
And this makes traveling easier
This
within
makes
the U.S.
Domestic travel easier.
Right.
So if I couldn't have got the real ID, which I almost didn't get, and I'll tell you that. But if I couldn't have gotten it and they started to implement it, then my worst case scenario is I would have gone to travel with my license, my phone, and my passport.
What if you don't have a passport?
Then you better get it together.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't have a passport.
Yeah, you might want to get one.
Yeah.
I
go
don't
get your
go
real
anywhere.
Then get your real ID and then you're good.
I'm going to do that.
I had to renew my license anyway, so I was like, well, why not just get that?
I just
Right.
got it in the mail today. I just
for renewal?
for renewal, and
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking the same thing. Like, I can do it online, but maybe I'll just go and get the real
Just
ID.
go and get it.
Actually-
There's a whole thing online on the website, and it'll tell you exactly what papers you need to make up whatever points, because certain
Yeah.
things are worth certain
Yeah.
points. But I had this bright idea when I got married that I would still use my maiden name and my married name, and I changed my Social Security card. So the lady was like, I
Yeah.
don't know if it's going to let me do it. So it did, and I got it. But she said, my mom did the same thing when she got married. She changed some part of her name and became a real problem when she got to like Social Security age.
Yeah.
So she said, you really need to go to the Social Security office and change it back. I said, all right, I'll do
So Eric got something in the mail to renew his license, and I'm going to tell him to get this real ID because did I tell you what happened when he went to get a passport?
No.
His friend was doing like a 50th
Oh, I remember
birthday
that.
celebration in Costa Rica, and Eric was going to go.
Oh, this was during COVID,
This
right?
was during COVID,
Yes, okay.
so the trip actually wound up getting canceled anyway. But when Eric went to get a passport, the birth certificate he had says Eric Richard Witter. Eric's name is Eric Michael Witter. But the doctor's name was Richard. They put the doctor's name as the middle name. But so he's going to have a problem. So he should go get that real ID.
Absolutely.
And
Yes.
maybe that'll help him get a passport.
Yes.
Because the woman said, you're going to have a problem getting a passport.
So he wasn't able to get a passport.
No, he wasn't. And then COVID hit and the trip got canceled anyway.
Yeah.
That's
And we don't go
interesting.
anywhere.
It was very painless. Well, I like to travel, so
Yeah, I know you do.
I'm always all over the place. So, yeah. So I got it, and now that's done. And I figured, you know what? Why not? I got to renew my license. I'll just get her done.
Right.
So you did your hair and makeup for this
did.
event?
Imagine.
Did you use the new color?
No, not yet.
Okay.
No, not yet.
Curious.
Yes. We're talking about dyeing my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Innovative Salon Academy today.
You did?
I did, and I got a haircut and a blowout.
It looks
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. $15.
It's a beautiful.
That's amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So
thing.
my nephew Aaron started there and
Oh, he did
loves
start?
it. Yes.
Okay.
So
He's
I
still in the
told-
whites. The whites probably.
He probably. I from what I remember years ago when I went to cosmetology, you have to do so many hours before you can actually get on the floor and start working on people. So I told my niece Jessica, let me know because I have plenty of people who will come see him
Oh yeah.
for sure.
I love going there.
I know. That's what I told her. I said my whole neighborhood goes there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why? Why? I mean, it's better than me cutting my own hair, which I would do if I didn't go there. So
Yes, you would.
yes, I would.
I'll tell you what. I think that it was really the teacher that cut my hair. I'm going to be honest with you.
yeah, but a lot of
yeah,
times
but
that's what
that's okay.
happens.
yeah,
yeah.
but that's okay.
fine.
And it's fun. It's the probably the best cut I've gotten in a long time because it was getting just long and stringy looking, and it had no like volume.
yeah.
And she, she was really good. And at one point, I had 2 people blow drying my hair. I had one on each side,
It's
Yeah.
great.
which is good. So I was only there an hour and a half because last time I got a haircut and blow dry, I was there 2 hours.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing
Yeah.
is they really
have to be
want to dry
patient.
it correctly.
Right.
Like they want to do it right. So
You have
Right.
to be
Yeah.
patient if you go there.
Yeah, so that was it. And I got my my blood test this week. My genetic testing
That's right.
for breast cancer.
Oh, the
because-
BRCA?
Yes. So I had a thing from my gynecologist where you make this phone call and they send a nurse out to the house, a phlebotomist, and she draws the blood and they
Oh.
send it right to this particular lab. And then you get your results in about 2-3 weeks online. Yeah, so I finally did that because I had been putting that off for quite some time.
Sure.
And so I was glad I got that done. I got my ID done. See, my life is simple.
See, you've had a very productive week.
You
For
really
me?
did.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
For me, that's
Yeah.
yeah, a lot done.
How about you?
So we had a busy week for sure. Joe and Kylie went to the senior ball last night, which they looked wonderful and they had a great time. They really did have a nice time. I mean,
So you heard.
Joe wasn't extremely excitable when he came home, but he said it was fun.
Yeah.
Kylie had a good time. That's all that matters. It was her ball. Now they're in Wildwood. But my dad called me today, and my dad was in Camp Lejeune. I don't know if you've heard about this.
That's
but-
where my dad was.
Yeah, well, there's like
The
a big
Parkinson's.
lawsuit.
Yep. Yeah.
So my dad had reached out to them, and he got a text message, and he was like, "I don't understand." I said, just stop over." So unfortunately, the text message was about a Zoom that had happened on April 30th. So we contacted the firm, and I asked them to, I left a message. We sent them a text to please contact him so he could go for, be involved in another Zoom. But that's not why I bring this up. Talking about being productive, I went through his voicemails. My father doesn't really listen to his voicemails. I don't even know if he knew how to get to them,
Mm-hmm.
3 voicemails, total fucking scams.
Oh yeah. Oh
Your
yeah.
back taxes, calling about back taxes. And if you enroll in this program, you'll be reprieved from them. My father pays quarterly taxes. Like, I know how my father rolls. I used to help him with his stuff when he was
Right.
still in business. He does not owe back tax. Total fucking scams. I said, this is awful.
Yeah, it is because they
Because
prey
that's who
on
they're
people.
targeting.
Yeah, they prey.
You
They
know, my
prey on the
parents are
elderly.
in their mid to late 70s,
Yeah.
and that's who they're targeting. You have to be so careful.
Absolutely.
My debit card got hacked this week. I had to get a new debit card.
Oh, lovely.
I got a phone call on Monday from the bank. They're like, we have multiple purchases ranging from $9.99 to $49.99 from Crown Coin Casino. I'm like, yeah, that's not me. So I screenshot it and sent it to Eric. He's like, I swear to God, it wasn't me. And I knew it wasn't because, first of all, it was my personal debit card,
Right.
which he does not use.
Right.
And he doesn't do, other than like FanDuel,
Right.
he does not do online gambling, you know?
Right.
But it's just so annoying because now I got to think of everything I have on auto pay with that card that's now next month going to, the gym. I just thought of another one. The gym, it's going to fail.
Yep, it's gonna not go through. I just had this happen to me too recently. They've replaced my debit card. I just got the new one today, actually, just before we went out to dinner. 3 times in less than 2 months.
See,
And
terrible.
I don't even use it. Like I have my debit card in my phone, so I use my Apple Wallet. I don't
Yeah.
use the actual card itself.
Right.
The only place I use the actual card itself is at the gas station.
That's what my coworkers said.
And I only go to Costco or BJ's. I don't go to, but I'm not doing it anymore. So I'm going to today I didn't have the card yet, and I got gas at Costco. So I have the good thing about Bank of America, which is the only good thing because I hate Bank of America, is every time my debit card they cancel it, they give me a new one electronically right away.
Oh, that's nice.
So I can still access my money if they, you can use your
Yes.
Apple Pay.
Yes.
So I got out of the car, I put it up to the thing and I did my PIN and then I got back in the car. And I'm going to do that from now on. And I actually thought about it because I would like use it for others, like the Apple, the Apple Pay with my Bank of America. I'm not even going to use it anymore because it's just not worth the aggravation.
It's so
I'm just going to
annoying.
pick my one card and that's going to work as my debit card and I just pay that off every month. Like when that
Right.
bill comes, because I don't want to keep having to change these things because I have
Yeah.
like doctors,
Yeah.
like when Matthew goes on doctor's appointments or whoever,
Yeah.
like they're set up to just auto pay, and now every time it happens, I'm like, I'm not doing this.
It's so annoying.
That's why I wonder whether those like LifeLock things and that stuff are worth it.
I know.
You know,
Well, it's not like I
Well,
wasn't responsible for it. You weren't responsible
No.
for it.
no, but you supposedly pay for those services so that if you do get hacked, they handle
Right.
straightening the whole bowl of spaghetti out.
So I went to Quick Check last week for gas. I normally only go to Wawa for gas. So I'm wondering, because that's what my two coworkers said. It's
The
the gas
gas.
stations.
Yeah.
That's where, and I don't go in like, that's what Tess was asking me. She's like, do you go into the gas stations to buy cigarettes or anything? I said, no, like Wawa, honestly, Wawa is my go-to for almost everything. And I just happened to go to Quick Check last week.
I don't know.
And the weird thing is, like, Bill always uses the debit card. That's the only card he uses, and he uses the
But it's
physical card.
his.
It's not. Yeah, it's his. He hasn't gotten hacked at all.
Right.
Like the first time it happened was actually I had used it for dinner at Beacon 70 on Bill's birthday. So I used it. I physically used the card there. Right. I got home that night and it said that someone was trying to make a charge for a BJ's membership in Massachusetts. They flagged it immediately and canceled the card immediately. Immediately, Bank of America did.
Right.
And I went through, all the stuff. And before I even got the new physical card, it had been hacked again for BJ's again in Massachusetts. And I hadn't even received the plastic card in the mail yet at that
Right.
point. I'm like, how is it?
I don't even know.
I don't even
crazy.
know
It's too
either.
much for my pea brain.
Yep.
Yep.
I have
Crazy.
some would you rathers.
Okay.
All right. Would you rather go back to pre-internet days or make do with dial-up? So
Oh,
either
like-
not have any internet at all or have the
Dial
old-
up internet?
or have
Yeah,
dial-up
we'll go
internet.
dial up.
No. No.
You're gonna go pre-internet,
When was the last time you tried to do dial up?
but at least you're connecting at some
But
point.
yeah, no, you're really not. Especially with the amount of data that's coming through now, you'd never get anything. You'd just be sitting there wanting to throw that computer right out the window.
So
Yeah,
we're gonna
that's
do-
true.
we're
Oh,
gonna
so
do-
it's like the unknown, like you didn't know pre-internet, you didn't know what you're missing.
Right.
Okay. All right, we'll do that.
All right. Would you rather get your news solely from television or solely from the internet?
Well, they're both incorrect.
Yeah,
so
it's garbage,
yeah,
garbage, garbage.
Take your pick.
I'd rather do internet, I think, because I don't watch television. So.
I would say internet too because it's, just keep on scrolling. You don't have to.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
sitting there watching a news story and waiting for commercials.
No.
Right. No. Would you rather be forced to use cassettes to listen to music or only be able to listen to music on vinyl?
So good.
Well, listen, but if you don't do cassettes, you can't listen to it in the car. So, what do we say?
Can I listen to
Yeah.
talk radio in the car?
Yeah, you can listen to the regular radio. That's why I think I'd go with vinyl. Then I could listen to records at home, and in my
Vinyl's
car,
so good.
I could just listen to the regular radio.
I really don't give a shit, to be quite
I
honest with
know,
you.
okay.
I would probably do cassettes because I do like listening to music in the car. But like Eric got Tess like a Sublime vinyl album, and like it just like it's so good.
Does she have a really good record player?
Got a record player.
But is it
yeah.
a good record player?
I guess so. It
I'm-
sounded good.
I mean, that's the whole thing. Like the
Yeah.
record players and then the speakers and
Yeah.
like we're used to this like surround sound and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but if there's nothing like vinyl.
All right. If it were possible to transfer into another's life and consciousness for an hour, would you rather experience another person's life or have someone else experience yours?
I'll experience.
Yeah, no one wants to experience this
Nobody
life.
wants to
I mean, I don't
experience
want to
my life.
experience
Exactly.
it. I'm not
I think the question comes from the headspace of like if you wanted your husband to experience your life, because he can never really know what it's like to have a million tabs open in your brain all day long, like women do.
That's interesting.
That, you know what I mean?
Oh, if you frame it that way,
Yes.
like, would you want to like switch with someone specific?
Like show
Well, yeah.
somebody what you're going through.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Have somebody else experience
I would like
Your life
everyone
for an
living in
hour.
my home to live in my
experience
head for an hour.
for an hour.
Yeah, and honestly, I would like to live in everyone in my home's head for an hour too. I'd like to,
Will you be there, like we said, with the unicorns and the rainbows?
well,
Yeah.
Remember how we said in
with one
Costco?
of them for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So I noticed this week when I was on the Tiki-Taki that there was, and I follow a lot of Gen Xers, and there just seems to be this very Gen X centered kind of movement that's been built upon the back of the whole block party, blocking famous celebrities kind of thing. So I found that, I'm not going to say the word because I always say the word that starts with an I. It's my go-to word. INTEREST.
Interesting?
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm not going to say it.
I thought you were going to say
So-
juxtaposition.
No. Very funny. So we need another word. So it's not
How
You
about juxtaposition?
found it,
compelling.
okay.
Okay, we go with compelling.
Go with compelling.
Go with compelling. And also there were some actual kind of strikeout movements.
Is this for real, June 24th? I just want to see what day of the week that's on and if I can go on strike that day.
Yeah, so I have
You can go on strike any day you want.
Yeah.
I
so
mean,
I have
Oh, it's a Monday.
yeah,
a great day to go on
women's-
strike.
I know, but
Uh,
that's my full day in the office.
Worldwide Women's Strike,
This might really work out for me, actually.
June 24th. Let's show the world what a day without women looks like. Call out of work, wear red. So,
If I'm staying home and not going to work, do I have to wear a specific color?
it's just in solidarity of the day.
All right.
And you have to post it so everyone sees.
Yes.
Red's not my best color. That's
I
why
think
I'm
you
just
look good in
asking.
red.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's so funny because red is not my best color either. But that being said, I do wear red every now and then. I believe it is a power color.
Yes.
And I am a powerful woman. So we were just ordering work uniforms, work shirts, and the long sleeve shirt color choices weren't all that great. So I did order a red one because there's days that I want to feel powerful.
Well, in your line of work, I would imagine you have to.
Well, I do sometimes. So then there was this conversation. My admin said, "Well, I can't believe you're not ordering pink." I said, "I love pink. Like she knows I love pink. I make her highlight all my stuff in pink. If there's something that she's doing with the color, I'm pink, right?" I said, "I love pink, but I feel like I just don't command the respect in pink." And then I talked to my new fellow code female inspector.
Oh,
I
that's
said,
nice.
"Yes." I said, "Would you wear pink?" She goes, "I'll wear pink." I said, "Then we're getting pink." And then the other admin said, "And on Wednesdays, we wear pink." So now we got all the females to order pink in the office. And on Wednesdays,
You're gonna
we wear pink. And
I
I
love that.
just pink power.
It's pink
So
power.
it's the same. It's the same
It's the
kind
same
of thing,
thing.
with this
With the
this
red.
Okay.
But we're doing it with pink.
Okay.
Doing it
I
with
like it.
Yeah. So there's also this general strike, US.com. And again, they're trying to reach
What do you mean general? Like in general?
Like everybody,
That's
male
an-
and female.
right. It's called generalstrikeus.com.
What day is this? The last one was June 24th
This
for
does
women.
not have a day yet. Okay. So
Oh.
it says we voted, protested, and this country still does not work on behalf of its citizens. Our labor is our greatest weapon. And if we strike together, we can make a real change. For our strike to have the greatest impact, we need more people on board. Here's the plan. We will strike once we have accumulated 11 million strike cards, or 3.5 of the U.S. population. There's been studies. If you can get 3.5% of any, so say you're a steel worker and you want to go on strike. If you can get 3.5% of the people to strike, then a strike is effective.
Right.
So I'm just saying there would just seem to be this big movement online about it's not only Hollywood and elitists, it's the politicians, it's how messed up everything is. It just seems to be, and it seems to be especially Gen Xers are like,
Right. Right.
we're not doing this.
Had
Like,
enough.
We've had enough.
Well, it kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week when they were talking about blocking and putting things in the
Yes.
cart and not buying them. And I was saying that's, or unfollowing them. We're going to unfollow Hulu, but we're going to keep our subscription. Like,
Right.
that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of.
Right.
Who comes up? I'll tell you
So-
who doesn't come up with that. Gen X would never come up with that.
No.
Right.
Gen Xer would never say that.
Do you? I don't want to jump. Do you have a slide for what they said? Don't buy anything for a month.
No,
Okay.
that was another post, and I thought that was really great. Is if we as a general population, if you don't buy anything for a month, I mean, think of.
I mean,
just for
I
a lot of
can't not
people.
go food shopping. I'll be honest with you. But if I vow to only buy food for my family for a month,
I could probably feed all three of your families here for a month.
Absolutely.
probably could.
Yes.
So you
and
guys, come
Right.
on over.
I mean, I have 2 freezers full of food.
right.
So and cabinets. So
But if I
can-
vow not to buy anything else but food, I feel like I could.
yeah, that's what I'm
No
saying.
lipstick.
There's
no
there-
clothes.
Right. There's nothing that there's. I thought about it after.
That means
I saw
no
this
Amazon
post.
for a month.
No Amazon for a month. No
Yeah.
Ulta. No Sephora. No Express.
Right. But I
We're
thought
taking
about
a
it.
stand.
Yeah,
Damn it.
I
No
thought
dollar
about it.
store.
No dollar
No.
store.
And I have plenty of all the shit that I need that I really don't have to. If I can just go and buy gas, if I can go buy gas and some
Right.
liquor, it's
Well,
good.
I mean,
Well,
let's-
you probably
that'd
have
be
liquor,
crazy.
don't you have liquor?
Yeah, I actually do have a whole bar full of liquor.
There you
I'll
go.
just
So you
drink
don't
that.
have to go.
I don't have to buy any food. My cabinets are full of, like, if you really just ate what you had in your house.
I do that sometimes. I'm like, all right, let's
Let's
is
just
the
clear it out.
freezer and the pantry are ridiculous now.
Right. Let's just clear it out.
Right.
So I just thought that.
I'm
or
going to
something.
try it. Like
Well,
I said,
listen,
I can't do it
we
with the
don't
food.
have to go for a month. Why don't we take baby steps? Let's go for a week.
A week.
Let's
All right,
report
do a
back next week.
Let's report back next week. I like
And-
that idea.
Okay, and we're going to start now.
Yes.
Yeah. And
I wish
as-
you would have
What's
prepared me for
tomorrow?
this.
I know.
That's
like, what's tomorrow?
You could do it. You
What's
could do it.
Tomorrow's Saturday.
Oh, I'm
Could do
working
it.
tomorrow. I won't be buying it.
So it made me think. You have this whole thing going on with TikTok and all this legislation. We touched on this a little bit last week in regards to banning TikTok. And like I said last week, there's tons of people who have all my information. So I don't buy into that whole, it's a problem because it can be hacked because it's owned by the Chinese. Stop it.
Right.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think that the government, our government, does not want TikTok because I think it's a platform where people can actually speak the truth.
I
And
agree.
I think that there's a lot of things that they don't want exposed and they don't like it. They don't like Blockout Party. They don't like
Well,
a
that's what I was
strike
going to say.
day.
It's a way for certain people with the same interests as other people to band together
to band together.
to
Right.
to make a move, make a statement.
Right.
But they could
Or-
do that on Instagram also.
I feel like TikTok's
Well,
more
TikTok
of a
is the
presence.
biggest one right now.
Right.
But Twitter, I mean, they could certainly do it on
Yeah,
Twitter.
Twitter is still. It's amazing that Twitter is still
Still
a
a thing.
thing.
Now I saw.
Like it was
I
kind
mean,
of like
that
the
is
first
that
thing.
is such a Gen X statement that you just said, because if you said that to like the kids, they'd be like, "Yeah, of course Twitter's a thing."
But think about when Twitter started.
I don't Twitter. I don't tweet.
Because we're Gen X.
Yeah.
But
we
Twitter
don't tweet.
started like Twitter was like the first thing.
No, it was MySpace.
Well, I'm just saying, like, to follow celebrities and stuff like that. Which is funny because Tess is T Witter,
Yeah.
Like Tessa's email has been Twitter 2003 since since we gave her an email address, which, she was in elementary school, which was before Twitter, by the way.
There you go.
So there are other things that I saw.
I'm sure she'll be happy that you just gave out her email.
Oh,
That's good.
I didn't say the handle though, right?
Hit her
I
up.
didn't say where.
I think you did, actually.
Hit her up. Hit up Tessie. Post.
Spammer, all 5 of you that are listening.
Yeah, all 5 of you. So then there's this other thing that I saw about how, and it's a lot for my Gen X brain to comprehend,
Oh,
but it's this concept of, it's called Web 3. So they're kind of saying right now, the web is basically owned by big tech.
Mm-hmm.
So this Web 3 would be using separate. Everything wouldn't be centralized in a.
there would be no World Wide Web.
Right. It would be.
Trying to follow.
I think we need to move on from this because I think we're just going to confuse people, and we'll come back to this.
We'll come back.
Because I'm confused myself.
Yes.
That's
Because-
because I'm
Yes.
confused myself.
Yes, because our teacher needs to be taught.
We got.
I don't
we
know.
just
I don't
need
know
a
what.
little break.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear that another bridge got hit by a barge in Texas?
I did not.
Yes, I did hear that.
The fuck is
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
That's not a coincidence.
No.
That is
My
not a
sister-in-law
coincidence.
put it on Facebook. I didn't see it anywhere other than on her Facebook. She posted something about it, and then I looked it up.
Mhm.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous now. How about these NFL players, these assholes who beat their wives and their kids, and there they are on Sunday afternoon playing, making millions of dollars.
Well, domestic abuse is
and the NFL
a big problem.
completely ignores it, looks the other way,
Mm-hmm.
and pays these guys. It's disgusting. Disgusting.
But then what happens when the kicker from the NFL gives a commencement speech talking about, that, women should be looking forward to not their degrees, but becoming a wife and a mother and
Right.
doing your duty. The NFL speaks out about that.
Right, and has an opinion about
And
that.
and makes it known that is not their belief.
Right. Which, listen, it was a stupid thing for him to say.
It was absolutely a stupid thing for
It
him
was
to
a
say.
stupid thing for him to say it's a stupid thing to say in general.
Right.
Certainly at a college commencement. However,
With
you're right.
Yeah,
The NFL had something to say about that,
right.
but not these guys who beat their wives every week.
Right.
And they're trying to cancel him for his speech. Which,
Right.
again, it was a speech. It was stupid. They were words.
Mhm.
They were his opinion.
But this is the thing. In reality, the audience that he was speaking to is a Catholic college.
Right.
That is family. Is that's
Yes.
it's a Catholic doctrine. He was
absolutely speaking the doctrine. And
to the audience that it was correct for.
and while he
But
was
doesn't
speaking,
it doesn't make it a good idea.
they cheered him. No, they cheered him. They didn't boo him. The audience cheered him. I mean, obviously there were some women that were offended by it,
Right.
but the audience in large cheered him. They did not boo him off. They were not appalled by the people that he was
it
actually
like a
speaking
cheer-
to.
Was it a cheer like this?
No,
Like,
no.
the fuck did
They
he
were,
just-
You say
no, it wasn't. And a stadium full of people,
Yeah.
you're going to get a real reaction.
yeah.
I would think, right?
Yeah. I mean, it was obviously setting women back 50 years.
I agree, but I just think it's interesting that the NFL has no problem
Yeah.
immediately. Now, the Chiefs didn't comment on it. The Chiefs didn't make a comment on it,
Right.
but the NFL did.
No, I totally agree with you. They're coming out about this, but they don't. But they hide. They hide shit for these other guys.
yeah.
Bullshit.
It's a good
Yes,
old
it
boys
is.
club.
It
It's
is. I'm a devout Bills fan, but to me, the NFL is becoming just a big, giant reality show. I think it's all staged. It's all fixed. And I'm watching the NBA playoffs, and I'm hoping the same thing's not happening. Quite honestly.
I'm the queen of the conspiracy theories.
Yes, you are.
I even saw one where they were like, the NBA is rigged, that there's like magnets and shit inside the ball to make it go into the basket.
Okay, well, that's a little crazy.
Just telling you.
That's
I'm just
deep.
telling you.
That's
Yeah,
pretty deep.
That's crazy.
I'm just telling you.
I'm
It's out
talking
there.
refs. I'm talking refs making calls
Bad
that
calls.
can change the outcome of games.
But that happens in every sport, whether it's
I
football
agree,
or
but I
basketball. That happens in
just
every
feel
sport.
like you're seeing it more and more and more as the years go on. I've been watching NBA and NFL since I was a little girl, and I don't remember this shit. You know,
Okay, speaking of that, did anybody hear anything about the Tom Brady roast on Netflix? That has been all the buzz.
Kim Kardashian got booed.
Kim Kardashian got
so my
booed.
nephew put it up and said it was one of the best he's seen in years.
No, people are loving it.
But now Tom Brady is coming out and saying it was
He
too
regrets.
much.
He regrets it because of
too.
his children's reaction. But the bottom line is he got paid $25 million.
How old are his kids?
They're young.
So what the hell are they even watching it for?
Yeah,
It
what
doesn't
do they
matter
even
if they're
know?
watching it. It's out there. It's on every social media platform, clips of it.
But
And
how-
then bad-mouthing his mother, their mother.
Because they're
it was-
saying things about Giselle.
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
I didn't watch it.
Yes.
I didn't
I
watch
will
it.
though.
So they
quite
were.
honestly.
I didn't watch it either.
I
I,
love
didn't watch
those
all. I
roasts.
did not watch it. It was 3 hours long. I've seen a lot of clips about it. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. They really did slam her,
Giselle.
But Robert Kraft, the owner,
I'm not on board with that. Slam him. That's who
well,
signed up for it.
one of Jeff. I can't think of his name.
The ball guy.
The guy who does all the roast, the roast guy.
Yeah.
He started to go in on
Mr.
Robert Kraft
Roast.
and the massage.
Oh,
And Tom Brady got up and
Yep.
walked over and shut it down immediately.
see that.
He
I did
shut it
see
down
that.
immediately. Now, okay, you shut that down immediately, but they're blasting the mother of your children and you don't. I know you're divorced, but still, she didn't sign up for this.
no, she
No.
didn't.
She did not sign up for this, and
Right.
that it's not right. It wasn't right. And again, a roast is a roast, and you take what you take, but if you're going to stick up for Robert Kraft, then at least stick up for your ex-wife, the
I
mother
agree
of your
with that.
children.
You know, the last one I watched was Bruce Willis, and I forget what the jokes were, but it was a good one. And the last person to come out and roast him was Demi Moore.
Mhm.
And she did such a good job. And his daughters were in the audience. They all laughed. It was a good one. But I'm sure there were Demi Moore jokes.
Oh, I'm sure there were too.
But
But that's
during
the thing.
that-
But that's the thing.
But she was there.
But she was
and
there.
she was a part of it.
And she was a part of it.
So
And
she
that's the
signed up
thing.
for
That's
it.
the other thing that happens. So once you're there and you're a roaster, that's the other thing they were all mad about. They didn't know Kim Kardashian was coming. The people that.
What does she have to do with him?
Well, it doesn't matter. They didn't know she was coming. She was like this.
They're rumored to be dating. They're rumored to be dating.
Well, yeah, but they're not.
But
Anyway,
maybe that's why she was there.
they didn't. Nobody in the room knew. Well, a couple people, but most of the people did not know she was coming. So that's the one thing. The other thing is when you're up there being a roaster, then you are fair game to get roasted back.
Right.
So she was. I think Nikki Glaser really supposedly gave it to Kim. Again, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, because
much
they
either.
not
Or
only
maybe
do
not
they
Nicki-
roast the person like Tom Brady, they roast each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
See each other. I just
But if you know who else is going to be there.
right.
They didn't know she
You
was
can
going to
prepare
be
for
there.
it.
And on the live special, they booed her. But by the time it got to Netflix, the
Yeah, they
booing
took
was
it out.
gone. They took it out.
Oh, that's
took it
bullshit.
out.
They took it out, but they didn't take out the whole Robert Kraft thing. That they didn't take
So
out.
can you watch it on Comedy Channel? Is that what it is? Comedy Channel?
I mean,
that's
you
when
could-
it's normally on.
No, it's on. It's a Netflix special.
Oh.
It's a Netflix special.
Oh. Well, forget it then.
Yeah.
Because when it's on Comedy Central? Is that what I'm thinking of? Dear
Maybe.
God, I can't think of the channel.
Well, I couldn't explain Web3 either, so
It's
we
all right.
barely drank, people.
yeah, that's how it goes. So, how about Ben and Jen supposedly breaky up?
On the rocks.
I can't believe that.
Well, I'm hoping it's not true.
I'm hoping it's not true too, but it doesn't look good.
Not looking good. I mean, I just think she's Elizabeth Taylor 2.0.
Yeah, I think she's a mess.
I
feel
just
bad,
want her to
though.
have her happy ending.
I know.
I think you know what? I think the only person who's in her way is herself.
Oh well, that's definitely it.
I'm gonna be honest. If they're not, I don't see this being her fault. I think Ben Affleck's a little bit of a mess, quite honestly.
I think they're both messes.
I think he's in recovery. I hope he's in recovery right now. But something's off with him. Something's definitely
Something's
off with
the
him.
both of them.
Yeah. I hope it's not true. I hope they're not breaking up because I actually think they're cute together, but
And you know what?
I don't
you know
know.
what?
He seems like an egomaniac to me.
And so is she.
Yeah, I guess.
The two of them.
I guess
together.
you have to be that successful in Hollywood.
What
No,
about
I don't think so. I think that's what you end up becoming. But I don't think you have to be that way to be successful. I saw a very interesting. Oh, there's the word. Compelling. Compelling.
I'm glad you caught it because we
Yeah.
were like, woo.
With the guy, the main actor from Entourage.
Oh.
Adrian Grenier?
Yeah.
Very compelling. So he was telling his whole story, and he met this girl who he was really in love with, and he got very busy into the party scene and the whole how you
Was
doing
he out in Hollywood already?
with Hollywood. Yes.
Okay.
And she broke up with him and was like, you know what? You need to get your shit together. And here's a list of what I think is really fucked up about you.
Oh, damn.
And he actually took it to heart. He left Hollywood. He went to live in like Texas in like a trailer for like 2 years.
What?
He grew a beard. He started gardening.
Wait, was this after Entourage?
I bet you it was.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we haven't seen him.
Yep.
We haven't seen him since Entourage,
Yeah.
and I
Yes.
really
He
liked
was in
him.
The Devil Wears Prada, but I don't
Yeah.
know what came first.
No, I think The Devil Wear Prada came first before Entourage. I
Yeah.
think.
So he kind of just
Wow.
but they ended up getting back together, and they have a child, and they have a farm in Texas, and he does all this environmental work and builds houses on his property for other people to come and live at, and he's really simplified his life.
Wow.
But that's what made me say that I don't think that you have to be that kind of person to be successful in Hollywood. I think that's
Hollywood
what
can make you into
you
that.
become that. You become that.
I always remember hearing that Ari, I forget his name in real
Ari
life.
Gold from
Yeah,
Entourage.
Jeremy Piven.
Yes, Jeremy Piven. Yep.
He, when he got that role, like he became that role in real life. Like he was
That's
like a
what-
big douchebag out in the clubs and
That's what this guy from Entourage was saying, that
Yeah.
it was easier to become his
that character.
than it was to just be himself.
Yeah, I always remember hearing that back when I love that show.
I did
Tessie
too.
Andrew just watched it.
I did
told them,
too.
You gotta watch that show. So good.
Yeah,
The movie
10,
not
I
so
think
great.
10
but
years it was
it was on for a long
It was
time, right?
8 seasons.
Oh, it was only 8,
Yeah.
and then there was a movie.
And then there was a movie. The last season was kind of weird, where he gets married. Like, remember, like
You know
the
what?
last episode, he like proposes to the girl he just met.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch it.
I don't remember what happened.
Oh,
I don't
it's
remember
a-
what I watched
you never
last
watched
week.
it?
No,
No, I
never
watched the
should
whole
watch
thing.
it.
It's
I'd
good.
like to watch it now after I watch the interview with the actor.
I want to watch that interview. Yeah.
Where did you see it? How did you hear about this?
Well, I do the
just in
scrolling.
her deep dives,
Just-
Lori
She
in her
doesn't know.
Made deep
She's
dives.
just
No,
Okay,
it
you
just
just
came-
dive in.
It came about.
down the bottom of the ocean sea. and
I'm
just,
in the rabbit hole. I'm always in the rabbit hole.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we'll have to wait
I
and
like
see
it.
how that turns out.
Yeah.
But it's interesting what you said about it's easier to live the life of the actor instead of the real life,
character, yes.
which is what Sheena Shea was saying on with Brock. Her and Brock they started doing acting, and she was acting first before she did reality TV. And
And this is from Vanderpump Rules. Is that what
Yes.
you're speaking about now?
Yes, but she would rather act 100 times over. She'd rather play a part than go out with her own skin on every day.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Of course.
like I get that, I get what she's saying, and it's kind of just the opposite. Like these actors are now like, oh, all right, I'll be this person.
right.
Because you end up not knowing who you are.
Exactly.
Because you're
Right.
busy playing what
Right.
other people.
Right. And once
And I don't think you need to be an actor in Hollywood for that to happen. Like I think that happens with our kids sometimes too. Like
Oh, yeah.
they just try to become who they think everybody else wants them to be.
it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
I don't think I got anything else. I have,
You have a quote?
I do.
Okay.
So.
I like that.
From Ice Cube. Drink some coffee, put some gangster rap on, and handle it.
Ice
So
Cube.
all the things that I was seeing this week from the, motivated, activated Gen Xers on
Yeah.
TikTok made me pick that quote because I was like, okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
So that's a great quote, and we love Ice Cube. But so Gen X, which is us,
Yes.
that's who's starting all these movements, the blocking movement.
No, not the blocking.
No.
The blocking is not Gen X.
That's
That's the TikTok people. I don't know who's
the
doing
Tiki Talkers.
The Tiki
that. That's the Tiki Talkers.
Okay.
No, that's not Gen X. Gen X is saying
Don't
stop
buy anything for a
buying.
month.
You're
Fuckers.
Yeah, that's what Gen X is saying. Like
Yeah.
you
Gen X is saying basically, you
like
know what?
shit or get off the pot. Like stop like just making noise for no reason. Make it count.
Got
Yeah.
it.
Hit them where it hurts.
Got it. So
And
they're
we're-
taking it and they're leveling up with it.
Yes, it's like they're
Okay.
done with all the bullshit with the politicians, and they're just done with how everything's just such a shit show and
Yeah.
a mess.
Rashad,
So, I'm for it.
I'm for it.
Okay, we're like we said, we're gonna try. We're gonna
All right,
try.
we're gonna report back next week.
Yes.
We're gonna try it for a week. See how it goes.
We're
You
gonna
got to keep
try
a
it, too.
diary.
Okay.
Every
Any
day.
purchases?
Any
keep
if
a
you
diary.
right, anything you buy, just write it down.
This is gonna be healthy.
It's gonna be financially healthy.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Maybe what we do is we take that money we would have spent and put it in a kitty for vacation
There you go.
and see how much we can get.
No, now Kelly's like, oh,
Now she's
like,
like- now
Kelly's
she's
like,
getting
now
stressed.
You're going too far.
Now she's
Now
getting
you're going
stressed.
too fucking
Wait,
far.
wait. Do I got to put on a bathing suit? wait,
All right.
wait.
I'll try. All right. So if I write, but then I'm writing down what I didn't spend money on.
Right,
to-
so that you can take it out of your wallet and put it in the kitty.
Right.
All right.
Just think about it. Anytime you're about to go buy something, right?
Just be like, oh,
wait, how
so
much would
Fucking
I?
Instagram, man. I want.
How much would I spend on this? You know what?
I'm not
Damn
going
it!
to
I
spend
just returned my hairdryer and I was waiting for another one to go on sale. I should have kept that. I just dropped it off.
it. Messed you up.
You gotta tell me
But
this.
that was a purchase already made, and now you're just replacing it for a less expensive one.
Yes, that is correct.
So
And
I
it
think
is something that
this
you...
is your one caveat.
Yes. I'm not talking about things that you need.
No, I understand. No, listen,
I'm
you
just-
don't have to tell me. I will buy lipstick every other day. Every other day.
Right.
And I'm not buying $7 lipstick.
I went to an estate sale and I bought nothing.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm thinking, if you're gonna do this, you can't go to the estate sales and you can't go to the flea market.
Well, I can go.
No, you can't. It'll just be it'll be torture. Because you see that one thing that you. Ooh, no, you can't do it.
I already had another lipstick in mind.
Uh-oh.
I'm not even lying.
All right.
I won't. I'll wait the month. It's really a summer color anyway.
Yes, you could wait.
I'm okay. I'm okay waiting until June.
There you go. All right, so we'll give it a try.
All right, let's give it a try. But I just have a quick lipstick question. Now that I hear you buy one every other day, do you actually ever use the entire? Have you ever used the entire thing?
Absolutely.
Is there
not.
any color in your life you've ever used the entire one?
Yes.
Okay.
And it is the color I wore my wedding day.
Okay.
And Mac still makes it. It's called Twig.
Twig. Okay.
it's
Yeah. I
beautiful.
know. I know what Twig is. I know
I
it.
wore it on my wedding day, and I will use it until it's done, and then I will buy another
Rebuy
one.
it. Okay.
Absolutely.
What about
Okay,
you?
Wendy knows the color.
I
She
do
knows.
know the color because I'm going to tell you I have one color that I also have used. It's a chubby stick and it's barely beige. It's very light. It's Clinique.
I was just gonna say, is it Clinique?
It's-
I knew it was
Oh,
Clinique.
It's
Lord.
Clinique. It's
People.
Clinique. And then there's a lip liner that I would also use, Barely Blush,
Yep.
Clinique. And those are ones I use until they're gone.
And then you buy a new
And
one.
then I buy a new one.
Yeah.
But that's the only color I think I've ever done that with in my whole life.
Me too.
What about you?
the lipstick that I've used the most, and I have so many of them, just lipsticks in general, that I've never used the whole thing. But it is, if you took out all the tubes of lipstick, this would be
The
used the
lowest.
most. Yes.
Okay.
That is the one that I wore my wedding day. And
You still have the exact
I
tube?
do.
Wait,
have the
wait,
exact tube?
Wait,
Oh, yeah.
she has to because she's
Oh.
never used it the whole thing.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you guys. I'm leaning over because I can't see Lori. If you're wondering, anyone who's watching me,
These are like, whoa, what is she?
because the
She
camera,
did not fall.
the
Yeah, she
camera
didn't.
is right.
She did not
is,
drop
right in my head.
is right in her face, and I don't like to talk to somebody unless I'm looking at
I
them.
know.
Well,
I
look, we
know.
can look over the camera.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Yeah, so I still have the tube.
Interesting.
I still have the tube of lipstick, and I still use it because I don't give a shit how old it is.
I'm just thinking there's got to be some kind of bacteria growing on it.
Well, I was just gonna say, you get a spray bottle, you put some alcohol in it, and you spray the lipstick.
I don't give
lipstick.
a fuck. I really don't.
If you wanted to.
No, I'm still
just
alive.
trying-
I'm still alive.
I mean, you're not eating it,
no. Come on.
so I think
How
we're
bad
all-
could it be?
Don't eat it.
People used to eat meat hanging for weeks.
I don't know how we got on this, but I'm liking it.
You like it? Yeah, so that's my lipstick. But it's interesting because, like you, it's from my wedding day.
Yeah, it's by far my favorite lipstick. And listen, I got my wedding dress at Menlo Park Mall. The Macy's used to have a bridal shop.
Yeah.
That's where I got my wedding dress. And the day I picked my wedding dress up, I went downstairs to the MAC counter and I said to her, "Do my whole face. I'll buy everything you use on me." And that's what I did. And then I did my own makeup on my wedding day. I did it exactly how she did it because she showed me how to do it.
There you go.
But she picked, somebody else picked
Pick
that
the
color
color.
for me. I didn't
Right.
pick it out.
But
she
that's
did
okay.
a beautiful job because it's still to this day my favorite lipstick.
Yeah, that lipstick is what all the bridesmaids wore and I wore.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. It was like this.
Was
very
it the
cool-
exact same tube?
Here, bitches,
Did you
we're
share?
Oh. Use it and pass it along.
Yeah, pass it along. Community lipstick. No.
Did you do that did you make your bridesmaids all wear the same earrings and the same necklace? Did you do that stupid shit?
No.
I'm pretty sure we
I
did.
think I gave the same earrings to all of them,
Yeah.
and I think I gave them a lipstick too.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want them to wear that
I,
color.
Yeah.
I bought them there because I got married November 23rd, but it happened to be a very unseasonably warm day. It was like 70 and sunny. And but I had bought them their like shawls because they had sleeveless dresses.
So you're November 2.
23rd.
When are you?
June 20th.
Okay,
And yours is what?
November.
And I
Something.
bought them all their necklaces and earrings.
I'm pretty sure I did that.
And I
too.
bought them all little coach things. Like
Yeah.
I just, I'm a little
Yeah.
bit controlling. I like everyone to match.
Well,
Yeah.
but at that time, like,
like
it's so
I would
different
nobody
now.
would ever do that today.
Weddings are so different now.
No, they're definitely different now.
Even my girlfriend Charlene that got married a month before me, she had so many bridesmaids because she had a big family. She's got a ton of friends. There was probably 10 bridesmaids. And all she said was, wear a black dress.
I love it.
It was so
That's awesome.
nice.
That's awesome.
That's a good idea.
I remember when I got married, I didn't want the bridesmaids to spend a lot of money because I thought it was ridiculous. I didn't want anything stupid. I wasn't going to say, "Oh, you're going to wear this again someplace," because nobody's going to wear it again.
Absolutely not.
I don't know if you guys remember, there was a catalog that used to come to the house, pre-internet.
we
it
used
was-
to have to get a catalog.
It was called Chadwick's of Boston.
Yes.
Oh, I love Chadwick's, yeah.
So
Chadwick's.
that's where all the bridesmaids' dresses came from. Chadwick's of Boston. They were navy blue, simple A-line, chiffon,
There
navy
you go.
blue. Chadwick's
Yep.
of I think it was like $69 maybe.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
The key was it had to be under 100. I was like, you don't and wear whatever shoes you want.
Yep.
Right.
Be comfortable.
That's my only regret for my wedding day because I'm a little bit of a shoe whore now, but I wasn't then. And I just remember Payless used to have like dyeables.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
I got the
Love them.
white shoes. That's what I wore on my wedding day. They were extremely comfortable.
Well, that's
I will not
important.
lie.
No, that's important.
But I look back at my wedding pictures. I'm like, how did I?
Can you see your shoes?
Sometimes
You
can
can't see
them in
my
the
shoes,
picture.
and I don't even remember what I,
I
wore.
believe that somebody in my bridal party wore the same size as me and gave me their plum dyeable shoe, and I believe that I still have them.
I believe you do too.
Oh, I'm sure you still have it.
Plum satin.
Oh my God, I so remember that.
So
heel.
my cousin Chrissy got married. I mean, her daughter's 14, I think. So she probably got married, 15, 16 years ago. And I remember I didn't go to the wedding because my mother's family is so huge. But I remember seeing her pictures, and she had a beautiful white gown on and these gorgeous red shoes. The pictures were beautiful. And I was like, gosh, like that's when it hit me. I'm like, God, my shoes sucked for my wedding.
Nah.
I hated them. How come I didn't have nice shoes for my wedding?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking of shoes, what did Joe wind up doing for shoes for the prom?
I believe he wore a pair of Eric's dress shoes.
Okay, that's
there you
good.
go, that
Yeah.
works.
But wait, did they fit though? I thought Eric's foot was like a whole size smaller than his.
Not a whole, like a half size. So
Okay.
he
So
was
it's just
but
uncomfortable for a
last
while.
year. So Eric's got a nice pair of Ferragamos.
Uh-huh.
And that's what Joe wore to the junior prom last year. They were too small because I believe they're a half size too small on Eric. So they were a
whole
so
size.
Joe came home last year. He was like, "My feet are killing me." So this year, I don't know what the brand, whatever they were. He had
Way more.
bigger black dress shoes.
Right,
and
right.
That's what he wore.
Yeah.
All right, so I think it's night time.
I think it is too.
All right. Thank you for watching and listening to We Wine Whenever. I'm Wendy.
I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori.
Until next time.
Good night.
Don't buy anything.
Don't buy anything.